Today we break down all the happenings of last week. We go over pick'em. We talk about the upcoming games. We make our picks. And maybe a little bit of prize picks. Welcome back. Hello and welcome back to the Beerly Football Podcast. It's about football, but Beerly. I am your host, Zachary Smith. Join with me as always are my two very good friends, Trevor Scott, Kerry Dempsey. How we doing tonight, boys?
Doing great, man. I've actually been sick the past few days. I've been a little under the weather, but I knew today was show day. I knew I had to show up and show out, so I feel really good right now.
That's good. How you doing, Kerry?
I'm doing solid. Football playoffs heating up. Saw the Cowboys go down again. It was pretty solid. Even though the Jags went down, still solid weekend of football.
Yeah.
Kerry, you sounded glad that the Jaguars got eliminated.
What?
You sounded glad that the Cowboys got eliminated.
I am. I'm not a Cowboys fan.
You know, you're a bigger hater than me, but whatever. Zach, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm
It's a
doing
week
good.
after pain.
I'm drinking another Rapturous beer. Raspberry sour ale again.
Interesting.
That's a crazy can. I got a couple crazy ones that have been added to the shelf in the past couple weeks. But what are you guys drinking tonight?
Kerry, I'll let you go because y'all both have beautiful cans and I don't, so.
I got a Concord Craft Brewing Company Apple Crisp Porter from New Hampshire.
Whoa.
Honestly, I was expecting a lot from this. I was expecting like an actual like apple crisp taste, but like it tastes like coffee. It tastes like coffee.
Well, it is a porter. It's a porter.
It's. I'm not a huge fan, but give maybe 5 out of 10. But
You
I was
don't drink coffee, do you?
expecting better. I do not. I'm not a coffee fan.
You know, I will say this about a coffee. If you want to change your life, see like drastic changes in your life, put your Keurig on your nightstand. It's changed my life.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, anyways, my beer. So this is actually the number 1 beer of the National Hockey League, and it's a Labatt Blue Light. It honestly doesn't taste very strong at all, but you know, maybe that has something to do with hockey fans. I don't know. But as football's kind of slowed down, you know, we had 4 games last week and we had 2 games this week. I've been watching a little NBA like I normally do, but I've also been watching the NHL a little bit, and it's kind of been entertaining. I think as football season winds down, I'm going to pick up the NHL for like the first time in my life. And I'm also going to start listening to the Beerly Hockey Podcast because it's a great show about the NHL and about hockey. So if you like that, make sure to check them out. And but yeah, what's first on the menu tonight, Zach?
We got a game.
I know something was prepared for us. This was actually a game that me and Kerry kind of thought of on the spot on the beach a little while ago. And we're putting a little twist on it tonight because we got Zach here with us. So we're going to think of a quarterback just in our head, one of us, and then the other 2 are going to guess where that person has the quarterback ranked. They're both going to make the guess, and then whoever is closer avoids the drink, and whoever is further away has to either take a shot, you know, a 5-second pull of beer. We're playing this at the beginning because we want to get the drinks in us. So let's kick it off. And Kerry,
Let me go with
Zach.
Let me go with a quick disclaimer for Zach. Trevor knows this, but just because you weren't there, we're going to use all pretty much main starters from season. So like guys like Tannehill, Kyler Murray, Stafford, guys that were their presumed starter for the year.
Okay.
So not like guys that finished the year.
I have a really good one I think we should start with. I think me and Zach should guess where Kerry has Dak Prescott ranked right now.
Ooh.
Because this is going to be a hard one. Start us off on the right foot. Kerry is a known Dak Prescott hater.
I have a number in my head.
Is it the right one?
Kerry?
I have a number. I'm ready.
All right. Count us down, Kerry.
3, 2, 1.
13.
14? Oh, I said 14. So.
Zachary, you are correct.
Wow. Was it 13?
13, correct.
Wow. Okay, I was close. All right, I'll take it.
That's a pretty good guess, both of you. All right, who wants next?
I'll
Zach.
go next. I want you guys to guess where I have Ooh, this is interesting. Where I have Geno Smith.
Oh, okay. Do you have a number in your head, Zach?
Yeah,
Or not yet?
I do.
Okay. So do I.
All right, I'm ready.
Ready? 3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
11.
12.
Kerry, good job.
Oh,
That was on the
yes.
money.
I'm one off every time.
We can read each other's brains tonight, and it's great.
Oh my goodness. I dressed like an
Right.
accountant, and now Kerry can read my mind.
Yeah. The glasses. It's the glasses.
Oh, I need a pair of glasses to throw on. Get with the
It's a new
telekinesis. All right,
trend.
I want you guys to guess where I personally have Justin Herb
I
Choker
knew he was going to
on
say
my
this.
quarterback list.
Problem is, I don't know if I should put the troll one or the one like you actually.
Yeah. Is this
No, I
real
only
one?
troll on Twitter. This is the show.
This is
I
the
only
show?
troll on
Okay.
Twitter.
I have a number.
And listen, this number has nothing to do with potential, what he's going to do years from now. This is product right now.
All right.
I have a number. Wait, hold on. I've changed my answer.
I'm stuck. I don't know how much he's gonna troll here, and
I had
on the
a
show.
number
I'm only trolling on Twitter.
and I changed it.
all right, I'm ready. I know I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
11.
9.
The number is 11.5. So whoever said 11 is a little closer.
I was
Is that
originally
Zach?
going to say 9, Kerry, but then he said the thing about product right now, not potential. And I was like, okay, he's outside the top 10.
I was prepared to say 14 because
I was going to guess, originally, my troll answer was going to be 32.
No, because troll has to be a little just a little relatable. But I left Zach. I left you a little breadcrumb trail of gayness, and I'm glad you picked up on it. So
what's
scary. That's from a movie. You wouldn't get it.
All right. Do you know what? I'm gonna do in kind of a hard one to place.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, not that sure. Brock Purdy.
Where
Just
does,
where we are at right now.
where does Kerry have Brock Purdy?
All right, I got a number. But right now, Kerry, don't add no. I know he's probably already won a Super Bowl in your head, but he hasn't.
I have a number.
All right.
Count us down. Do you have a number, Kerry?
I do.
All
3,
right, count us down.
2, 1.
14.
16.
What is going on?
You have him at 14. Yo, y'all just want to get me drunk.
This is crazy.
Drunk.
3 and 3.
That's wild, man. Holy cow.
Well, we're 5 minutes into the episode. My first beer is gone. Y'all just want to get me drunk, bro.
My
The
first
question
year's
is,
almost gone.
Can we keep it up? Can I get his next one?
All right.
I'm
I'm going to go
Talked about this before the show.
with... No, I changed my mind on that one. I'm trying to think of one that would be hard for you guys to place for me.
I got a good one next.
Give me Justin Fields.
Oh, brother. Okay.
Yeah, this might end the streak right here.
All right, Zach. All right, I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready.
You have a number, Zach? All right.
Ready?
Hands down.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1, go.
22.
The correct answer was 16.
Whoa! I was going to say
I was
21.
going to say 18, but we're up to 19. But
16.
so I still beat Trevor.
That's
drinking
gracious.
again.
That's gracious.
Yeah, I think that he's...
You didn't like him last time we talked about him.
No, he was moving up my quarterback list.
Yeah, he really was. He was producing. The best quarterback named Justin in the NFL. But let's do my last one. Let's do Deshaun Watson.
I know you have him higher than we do.
Ooh. Is this right now? Not what like.
Actually, I don't even know where I would put Deshaun Watson.
I was about to say. Is this
Let's,
right now or is this prime Deshaun?
We never established this.
Let's do a fan favorite. Can I do Lamar Jackson? Even though he didn't
do Lamar.
All right, I'll do Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
All right.
I got a number.
I get a number. I don't know if it's
Hard.
right.
I'm stuck between two numbers.
I'm kind of stuck in between 3.
Sometimes
I want to do a half. No, I'll pick one and bite it. All right, I'm ready.
All right,
I got
ready?
my number. Y'all?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
9.
8.
I got him at 10. I was in between 9 and 10. So Zach.
I was between 9 and like 11.
I'm surprised he was higher.
I wanted to put him at 9, but he missed time, so I knocked him a little bit. He didn't finish out the year again, so I knocked him a little bit. But
I was thinking one above his number.
smart. Is that all? We're gonna do one more each.
We'll do one more round. Go ahead, Kerry.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need another beer because I'm probably gonna lose again because I know y'all are colluding, bro. Y'all are just trying to get me drunk.
I can't believe I've guessed Kerry's perfectly, and Kerry guessed one of mine perfectly. I still haven't had to drink for this, by the way.
Let's see. Here's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
So this is just this year, right?
We never established.
Well, established right now. It's Russ. It's a hot topic.
Yep. This year, Russ?
Yeah, this year, Russ.
Okay, I have a number.
Oh, forgive me, Russell. You know I love you for what I'm about to say.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
26.
25.
Zach, I'm sorry. Your first L. I am at 24.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna say 24 too.
I almost said 25, but then I was like, he was really bad this year.
He finished strong, and like I don't know, the back end of quarterbacks just weren't that impressive. So maybe a little. I could see him going a little lower than 24, but sadly the streak has ended. 2-3 and bad.
What are we doing? 5-second pull? I haven't done this yet.
I was doing like my first ones was like 5, then it was like 3. Yeah, you owe me a 5. Definitely owe me a 5 because I'm drunk. I'm not drunk, but I finished a beer, so
1 beer.
Kind of drunk.
You're not beerly. All right, Zach, who you got?
Yeah, exactly. Ooh. I gotta
John Elway.
Braxton Berrios.
Honestly, he might be the best quarterback on the Jets.
You want to go Ja'Cory Harris? You want to go Ryan Leaf? Dan Orlovsky?
What about Randy Bullock?
Come on, dude.
Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, with a name like Trevor's got to be good. All right, I got my answer.
Yeah, I got mine.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
7.
8.
Kerry, good job.
No.
3 for 4. I like it.
Oh my God.
Forgot you're a Jags fan. I didn't forget. I don't know.
He just played good. I don't know what to tell you.
I've seen a lot of people putting Trevor Lawrence in the top 5 right now.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that too. I'm not there yet.
Okay, I got my last quarterback. This is going to be another fun one. I feel like I went 3 for 3 or 4 for 4. Tua, my boy. Tua Tagovailoa. Where do we got him? And if your answer is anything higher than 4, don't even say it. I'm just kidding. I got my number in my head, so y'all can do your thing.
All right, I'm
Oh
ready.
God, I have like 8 different guesses.
Is it first 4 games Tua, second 4 games Tua, next 4 games, next 4?
It's Tua. Nobody's consistent over the whole year except Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow wasn't even consistent.
I know, bro. 5 turnovers week 1, bro. I thought this was going to be like the worst NFL season of my life. But I was right about everything. I turned out to be right about everything.
Everything. That seems
You're
like
crazy until you're wrong. Trev Scott.
I got a number.
I need to get that on a T-shirt,
All
bro.
right.
All right. Who's the quarterback again? Who was
I don't
Trevor?
know. Who was the quarterback?
He
Oh, it was
said
me. It was
Tua.
Tua.
Oh,
It was
Tua.
Tua.
Yeah. All right.
Do you have your number, Trevor?
I do.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
6.
9.
Who said 9?
I did.
I have him at 8. So
Dang.
terrible news. I had him at 7, but the time missed, the multiple injuries. I had to drop him down one spot. So I had him at 8.
Yeah, me and Zach dominated this game. Trevor just really struggled.
Yeah, you guys dominated me again.
As always.
Just like the old days at FGCU.
Just like Pick'em.
Like when you guys hazed me at FGCU.
All right.
Whatever.
All right, Zach, how did we do last week in Pick'em?
Two of us did not very well, and one of us did very, very good.
And I was going to go 4-4. The Dallas Cowboys call was a last-minute thing on the show. I only said because I was drunk. I should have picked the Niners. I would have went 4-4. But whatever.
So,
what were the results?
I went 0 for 4.
Jeez. I won 1.
And you won 1.
Yeah, Niners.
So that means that Trevor has a one-game lead on both me and you. For second. With 3 games left in the postseason.
Yeah, 1 game is free to play. That's big.
Yeah.
I was in the regular season, but
you finished last in the regular season. That was funny.
As long as I walk into your arena in a playoff game, it's going to be scary, or whatever LeBron said a few years ago. I could be the 1 seed, I could be the 4 seed, but we only got 2 games this week, right? We doing both of them?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me get our Pick'em winners from this past week.
Do you have a time, Kerry?
Not first. I want to give a special shout out to @MaryIsDurere, if I can pronounce it right. Unfortunately, Zach cut out her shout out last week, and she was kind of upset.
Whoa! I cut out her shout out, or was it you two messing it up? I almost cursed, and I promised I wouldn't curse. Listen, if you had to edit this, you'd have realized that it was just like Kerry's literally doing this, trying to read names. Giants fan.
Great times.
98432. He likes dogs.
He's a pansexual. Blah blah blah. He likes noodles. I'm like, what, bro? Like, how do you do this?
I just read their Twitter bios. It's easy to. But we apologize. Thanks for playing along with us all season, and we didn't get it right this week, but hope you get it next week, Mary. All right, so we had 39 winners this week. I am not as intoxicated as I was last week, so I'm going to say I could do this in about a minute and 20 seconds. I'm going to go with.
I like that. I like your confidence. I don't like your chances. I like your confidence.
Turn off my phone on airplane mode so Trevor doesn't call me.
My hands are going to be right here, and I'm not good with my feet anymore. So.
What's the time, Kerry?
I'm going to say 1:20.
Okay, ready? 3.
All right, pick 'em winners are @Anita Gillette 1, Chiefs fan for life. @Wid Sports Tick, he's all things Detroit sports. @I'm_Aaron_Taylor, 2-time winner. @Mahomes_Zone_15, best Mahomes fan page on Twitter, 2-time winner. @Brad25Ellis, 7-time winner. @AJ Philly Eagle, she likes turtles. @TheChamp033, 6-time winner. @Loyal to Houston 1, 4-time winner. @Dustin Ackers, husband, father, grandfather. @Green Hobo, straight out of New Brunswick. @Carson_Jaggers, it's Carson Jaggers, bro. @Beather, by the way, Alabama fan. @SD Red Rifle, 5-time winner. @Simply Sports 10, there's Simply Sports. @Holiday Season 1, 3-time winner. @NY Rules 1, Chris Wallace, he streams on Twitch. @Yanks S Zags, Zag up, go Yanks. @Stealth FN LOL, 4-time winner. @Jets fan Nick, 2-time winner. @Kirk Cousins' dad, Minnesota Wild fan, 2-time winner. @Fanatic JT, Packers fan. @Andrew Namadan, semi-normal New Yorker. @Drunk Skippy, 2-time winner. @Jake_PSP, 2-time winner. @Native Pats fan, 1492, 3-time winner. @CP Skins, 44, Big Redskins fan. @KimD727, Pats fan. @Hugito Park,
fan.
2-time winner. That's what it says on Twitter. @Coach Staten FB, 2-time winner. @JD49ers1, Niners fan. at Finn's ND 3-time winner, at OK Go Girl Chiefs fan, at 7 Junaid Money U.S. Navy veteran, at Braves Network 5 Rachel Iglesias fan, at FL Pool 2 2-time winner, at NBA Jam Band He Likes Stuff, at Laidback Mac Kevin 2-time winner, at former_Cam 2-time winner, and at Stephen Capel 4 2-time winner. Congratulations to all.
That was a horrible effort, Kerry.
You were not. There was no
urgency.
Urgency, exactly, bro.
You look like the Cowboys on that final drive.
You were like Deontay Johnson or Chase Claypool when the time's running out. Like, just what are you doing, bro?
I'm doing me, man. I'm doing me.
Thank you. I mean, we should make you do it again, but whatever. Congratulations to everyone that won. Kerry, where do we find this if you want to play along, bro?
If you want to play along, go on Twitter. Follow us at Beerly Football. We'll post this on Friday night for this week's games. Only 2 games to get right this week.
Yeah.
And if you get them both right, we'll show you out. Actually, I made a boo-boo last week. On Twitter, I posted if you get 3 out of 3 right, I'll shout you on the podcast, even though we did 4 games. So if you got 3 right last week and only put in 3, I shouted you out. So this week, I will say 2. You have to get 2 right. We'll shout you out. We'll see how many winners we get next week.
Kerry's not quite literate yet. We're trying to train him. But
he's getting there.
He's getting there. He's doing very good. His Hooked on Phonics program, he's almost done with it.
Exactly.
And potty training, very good progress.
Very soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Swimming as well, he's getting there.
He can dog paddle a little bit.
Yeah, he loves doggy style.
I'm not there yet. Maybe one day. All right, so we got the conference championship this weekend. Let's start out with the first game. We got Brock Purdy and the San Francisco Niners. A rookie quarterback has never made the Super Bowl before, going against Jalen Hurts and that awful city, Philadelphia, the Eagles. Who we got? Philly is favored. Who we taking in Philly this Sunday?
I just want to say, for like a Final Four that could have been put together, this is a great Final Four. These are 2 great conference championship games. First game, I'm taking the Eagles. Brock Purdy, kick it.
Would we say these are the 4 best teams in football? I mean, you can argue the Bills over the Bengals, but overall, these are the 4 best teams in football.
I think the Bills could beat the Chiefs. But
like the NFC, these were the 2 best teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got the matchup we wanted.
Yeah.
Mm.
So let me break this first game down. We got
that.
the 49ers had 2 starting quarterbacks go down. Mr. Irrelevant comes in and has had a season of a lifetime. Regardless of whether or not he gets the job next year, which I think he should get, at least until he starts to see a fall off. Why are you guys shaking your head?
Because we're about to witness this fall off this Sunday.
Trevor just hates Purdy for no reason.
No, I don't hate him. I just don't believe in him yet.
Okay, so regardless, I think he deserves. He's played well enough for the starting job, in my opinion.
Short leash, though. Short leash.
His
2-week leash.
3-week leash.
Depends on who's behind him. If they trade Trey Lance, I don't think he's got a short leash.
I keep both. You got to hit with one of them.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Anyway, this 49ers defense is very, very good. They've got, in my opinion, the best linebacker in football, Fred Warner. They've got Nick Bosa, the NFL sack leader. I mean, that speaks for itself. They've got a great offense that can score. They can run the ball. They can throw the ball. So Eagles have their hands full now. On the other side of the ball, you have an Eagles team coming off arguably the biggest statement win we've seen so far this postseason.
They're good, man. They look great. First of all,
it's the Giants.
The Giants were frauds.
Okay, Kerry, you can't say it's the Giants when both me and you were both saying, wow, the Giants look really good.
And both of y'all took the Giants to win.
That's because it's me. I wanted the Giants. I hate Philly. But it's the Giants. I feel like if you had seen Eagles play Cowboys, that would have been a 1-score game. Would you agree?
Well, I'm not here to discuss theoreticals from your imagination.
I don't know. So. I don't know.
Yeah.
But given all of the information that we have in this game, I'm going to go with the team that I think is
You thought
better.
about this. You really thought about this.
I did. I'm going to take Philadelphia in this game.
There we go.
Oh.
I think that their offense is more dynamic. I think that their defense has more depth everywhere than San Francisco. Although San Francisco does have phenomenal players, I think Philly has more positions that are better than San Francisco, if that makes sense.
No.
Okay.
It makes sense. I get you. I hear you.
Thank you, Trevor.
That's it.
Yeah, it does. Anyway,
Yeah,
Kerry,
you're
why
taking
don't
the
you
Niners,
why
Kerry.
don't
love
you share
Brock
your
Purdy,
perspective on this NFC Championship game?
No, let me go back. The Niners have a better defense, right?
In certain
Sure.
aspects.
That's yeah.
That they have a better defense.
In
Who is the
certain
better
aspects.
But overall, whose defense would you rather have, Niners or Philly?
Let me say this. I would rather have Philly's defense playing against Brock Purdy than the
That's
Niners
not the
defense
question.
playing
Who's-
against
who's
Jalen
the
Hurts.
better-
That
who's
is
the
the
better-
question. That's the game, bro.
Who's the best defense in the NFL?
Okay, bro. They're playing Jalen Hurts, a top 3 quarterback. The other team is playing Brock Purdy, who is, you
never
love
had
him to
best
death,
team
but
in
he's
the
a
NFL.
game manager.
He's never lost a game.
That's not a quarterback stat. We can all love him to death, but he's a game manager.
It's not a quarterback. Wins aren't a quarterback stat. Has Josh Allen not been ridiculed all last few days because he couldn't win?
Not by me. He's been ridiculed for some things, for missing when Stephon Diggs was wide open. Yeah, I'll ridicule that.
No, because he couldn't win a playoff game.
I don't.
Wins
ridicule
aren't a
him for
quarterback
his result.
stat.
Yes, they are. For
No,
a
they're
point.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
This is
When do you,
wait, Trevor. I just want you to remember this, okay? This is what I'm talking about when I say that Kerry changes his opinion on certain things,
No, Kerry
depending on
knows
who's in the
that he's
conversation.
never-
Depending on who's in the conversation,
when
Kerry
have you
changes
ever
his
seen,
opinion on what matters
When
and
have
what is a
you-
quarterback
when
stat.
have you ever seen an elite quarterback with a losing record? When? Tell me that.
Justin Herbert.
Do you think Tom Brady's elite?
He's not elite.
Not anymore.
Then why are you
I don't-
crying and begging him to come back to New England on your Twitter?
You watched Mac Jones last season? That's why.
Gary, I'll agree with you. The Niners have a better defense, but the Niners have to play an
No,
MVP
but
candidate.
I'm just looking overall at the roster because Zach said that.
I'm looking at the matchup, brother.
I'm taking the Niners defense. The Niners have the better running game. Niners have the better tight end. The Eagles have the better line, but the Niners have the best lineman playing. And then Eagles have quarterback and wide receiver. But
That quarterback is an MVP level quarterback. And that defense that isn't top 3, but is definitely top 10, has to
I'm
play
still not sold
Brock
on
Purdy,
Purdy.
who's an
Okay,
inaccurate
I'm going to be
game
honest,
manager.
guys. I'm going to be honest.
You're never.
We
honest.
look at the two conferences. We look at the teams that Philly had to play and San Francisco had to play.
I agree.
If you just take it statistic-wise, yes, San Francisco's a better defense. But Philly had to play better teams all season long.
Philly didn't play anyone either. Neither of these teams have played great teams.
Okay.
Bro,
Even if you don't...
wait. Hold on. 3 of the 4 teams left in the NFC coming into last week were from the Eagles division. And you're going to say that they didn't play anybody?
The Giants?
Yes. The Giants
You're
and
actually-
Cowboys.
The Cowboys? Cowboys good. They went 1-1 and they
But
beat
they're
them
both
back
better
up?
than everyone else in the...
No, I'm saying
yeah,
neither teams had that hard a schedule. But I'm saying the Niners have not lost since they got McCaffrey. Every loss was before that.
Okay, so stop gassing up Brock Purdy then. If you want to assign a stat to a player, put it on McCaffrey, not Purdy.
Purdy's doing just
I don't
enough
put wins
in
on
the-
any player.
Me neither, but I'm saying if you're going to assign a win as a stat, don't give it to Purdy. Give it to Christian McCaffrey. Because I promise you, that Philly defense is not shitting their brains out about Brock Purdy. They're shitting their brains out about Christian McCaffrey.
Just be warned.
Do you really think Brock Purdy is a threat, Kerry? Or do you think that
You ever
offense
watch him
overall,
play?
that system is a threat?
Yes, he's very benefited by the system. He's also a very good quarterback right now. He doesn't make mistakes.
It's a threatening system, right? It's a threatening system, right?
Yes, a lot of quarterbacks do very well in that system.
Okay. Jalen Hurts is a threatening player.
He's more threatening than Jimmy G was.
Is he more threatening than Deshaun Watson?
No one's more threatening than Deshaun Watson. He's a massage therapist.
All them people, but I agree. Niners much better. You're taking the Niners, right, Kerry?
I'm taking the Niners. Brock Purdy, he doesn't lose. Christian McCaffrey doesn't lose as a Niner.
So you got them winning the Super Bowl?
I am very interested to see Jalen Hurts against this Niners team. Very interested.
You know, first game they played against the Cowboys, what was the score? 26-17, I think.
That was a run that he threw like 3 interceptions.
Okay, but he found a way to win because he ran the ball perfectly, and Micah Parsons was not a factor in that game.
Cooper Rush turned the ball over like 4 times in that game.
I'm just saying, I think it's going to be the same kind of thing. He still played an elite defense, and he found a way to win the game. I think that's what's going to happen.
Wait and see.
I got Philly, man. The firepower is there. Jalen Hurts is elite.
Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. He's not elite yet.
But it's just...
This could be the game that shows he's elite. People like everybody's on the Joe Burrow train after the amazing game he had against Buffalo. That people are kind of bought him elite. This could be the game that Jalen Hurts finally proves to everybody, yes, I'm an elite quarterback. I'm a top 3-4 guy in the NFL.
I will say this, Kerry.
Yeah, this is his legacy right here. He can be the best quarterback in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles.
I respect Donovan McNabb for now, please.
Yeah.
But
Still early, but I'm taking the
I will
Niners.
say this. I could definitely see the Niners winning this game. Absolutely. 100%. But not because of Brock Purdy, bro. Not because of Brock Purdy.
You've been hating on him every week, and every week you keep saying he's going to
I'm not going to show all this fake love, all this.
Every week you're waiting for
I don't believe it.
You're waiting for the epic fall apart, and it's still not there yet. So let's keep waiting.
I'm not waiting for an epic fall apart because even if he doesn't, he's not required to just, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't, I don't know.
All right. AFC Championship game.
They know what I'm saying if they're listening.
Bengals at Chiefs.
This game was being played in Burrowhead, by the way.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'll keep going because I went last. Patrick Mahomes has not shown he can beat Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Patrick Mahomes is not 100%. We don't know how he'll be this week. But I'm going to the hot hand, Bengals. They own this team right now. I'm taking the Bengals to head of the Super Bowl against the Niners. Joe Burrow beats Mahomes. And sadly, I think we're going to see a lot of stuff about Joe Burrow being the best quarterback in the NFL after this week.
You know, honestly, there's some of that stuff is deserved. It's obviously going to get blown out of proportion on Twitter. But we could say a million things about Joe Burrow, say 1,000 things about those wide receivers, that offense, how much better that offensive line has been since last year. But honestly, 91 and 94. They need to get to Mahomes early and often, and then I think if they can do that, Cincinnati's going to walk out of there. And I think they can do that. So I'm taking the Bengals as well. Sounds like a pregame preview up in here, doesn't it?
I do want to say, I know we'll go into the games later, but that Bengals O-line last week was missing 3 starters, and they played outstanding in Buffalo.
Especially with the run, because it's a snow game, you know they're going to run, which Joe Burrow, I can't remember the last time I've seen a quarterback look that good in the snow. But, the running game was great.
This is a tough game.
It is. It really does depend on the degree of that injury, but, it's a high ankle sprain.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to move outside of the pocket, wait for Travis Kelce to get open, So
the way I'm kind of thinking about it is I don't even think it's a matchup of Mahomes and Burrow. I think it's a matchup of Burrow and Casey's defense. If Casey can get off the field on third downs, I think that the Kansas City Chiefs has a good chance of winning. The problem I'm having right now is trying to decide whether I think that they'll be able to do that or
Is Spagnuolo the defensive coordinator in KC?
I can't remember. I feel like he got fired, but I feel like he's still there.
I think he's still there because it doesn't matter who it is, but whoever it is, I saw a play from the Jacksonville game, which
Yeah, he
was
is.
in the fourth quarter, and I think it was a third down. I think Lawrence ended up throwing an interception on the play, so it really flew under the radar. But it was a very important passing play at the end of the game. And was it Chandler? Who's 55 on their team? Frank Clark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank Clark was matched up with Christian Kirk. So that's a head-scratcher for a really important game like that. But Spags, I think Burrow's just going to dominate Spags. So
You very well could be right.
Hey, Daniel Sorensen is gone.
that's true. That guy was a curse, bro.
He would make one insane play every game and then give up like 10 huge plays after that.
I'm gonna
What is Jack-
just to be different here. I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
There we go. It's okay to be different.
It's a really 50-50 game for me, and I need to
could
make
tell,
up ground
bro.
on Trevor. So
Yeah,
I'll
both
take
of
the
them.
Chiefs.
both of them are
Strategy
playing.
is chess. Me and Kerry are playing football. You're playing chess.
All right, so to recap, I have the Bengals and the Niners in the Super Bowl. Zach has the Eagles and the Chiefs, and Trevor has the Eagles and the Bengals.
Which is like, seriously, all of these are great Super Bowls. But if you would have told me at the beginning of the year we would have got the Eagles and the Bengals in the Super Bowl, I would have been so relaxed. I would have. That sounds great. That sounds amazing.
For how
First
crazy
was,
season started, it turned out pretty like what everybody thought for the most part.
Yeah, you guys call me crazy, but crazy till you're right. But,
Just like the Colts winning the division, the Broncos.
all right. It's hard to predict the worst division in football.
All right, Trevor, you want to talk about some bets we have for this?
Oh, let's do it. Yeah, for sure. Well, let's talk about. You want to talk about last week first? So we did some over/under player projections with Prize Picks, and if you're interested in doing some betting, we're going to talk about it a little bit. Some player projections. We'll give you some good suggestions tonight. But if you want to go ahead and download Prize Picks on the App Store, it's on the Android Store, the Windows Store, the Apple Store, and when you sign up with the code Beerly NFL. That's BEERLY NFL. Not case sensitive, so just type it in with your eyes closed. But we'll match your first deposit up to $100. So if you sign up and deposit $100, you'll get an extra 100 of bonus money free to you, just to gamble your little heart away. But Kerry, I know you didn't have very much luck with this past weekend, but tell us what happened.
Last weekend did not go well. First game, I hit Devin Singletary more than 8.5 receiving yards and Joe Mixon more than 47.5 rushing yards. I had Gabriel Davis more than 4 receptions. He only had 2. He had a lot of targets, but just nobody got going in that Buffalo offense. Josh Allen ruined my day. I had him more than 275 passing yards. He finished with 265. If he didn't get picked off in that last drive, would have hit. Nope. My second game was awful. I went 0 for 4. I had Dalton Schultz more than 43 receiving yards. Did not hit. I had Brock Purdy more than 1.5 touchdowns. Did not hit. I had McCaffrey more than 34 receiving yards. Did not hit. And I had Zeke more than 34 rushing. Also didn't hit. Not a great way for me last week. I'm going to bounce back this week. Don't worry.
You've heard of the beginner's luck, but that is not what that was at all.
Oh my gosh, guys! Oh my gosh! There's an alert coming in from Prize Picks.
Is there really?
There
is it the free
is.
square?
There is. We got a free square on Joe Burrow
For the next few days, right?
for the next few days. Over under a half of a passing yard, a single passing yard.
Take the under.
In
Take
his
the under.
matchup against KC.
Watch him get hurt the first play of the game. It doesn't go back in.
Prize Picks is good about that though. They'll refund everybody money when players get hurt and stuff like that. But actually for the culture, funny story. When Justin Herbert was playing on Monday Night Football, they had his line at 0.5 yards, and I actually put a slip in for $5, and I took his under. So just being the hater I am. But I didn't win that slip. But I put something together this past weekend, and it was 4 spaces. It was a power play. I took Evan McPherson more than 1.5 field goals made. He had 2. I had Joe Burrow less than 25.5 pass completions. He had 23. I had Dawson Knox more than 3 receptions. He had 5. And I had Joe Mixon over 12.5 rush attempts. He had 20. So I got 10 times my money. And, it was really, really fun. Made me very happy, very relaxed. I put a little bet in on the last game or some NBA that night, which was real short as well. But yeah, it was nice. It was a lot of fun. And it makes watching the games a little different. It was so interactive. It's like every play, that 2nd and 10 in the second quarter really means something. So if you're looking for some thrill, yeah, facts. But if you're looking for some thrill, like we said, sign up with Prize Picks. Our code is BeerlyNFL. It's a lot of fun. We'll be talking about that moving forward, especially on our other shows too. You can bet on all the sports. You can bet on the NBA, the NHL, tennis, a bunch of weird. I think there was paintball on there as well. Not that that's weird, but it's definitely a little.
Let me just run through a couple guys I got this week. I'm taking.
You want to run through a couple guys?
I do every week. I got Joe Mixon over 14.5 rush attempts. He's had more than that every single game in his postseason career but one. I'm taking that. Evan McPherson, I'm taking over 1.5 field goals made. Isaiah Pacheco, over 6.5 receiving yards. I like that. I'm always taking the over. That's who I am. I'm taking George Kittle over 3.5 receptions. I love this one. Kenneth Gainwell, more than 6.5 receiving yards. He's done that in, I think 4 straight games. I'm taking him on that. I'm also taking Miles Sanders on more than 6.5. And my last one, kind of a risky one, but I like it. I'm taking Kadarius Toney with more than 34.5 receiving yards. Trevor, you got any? Or?
Carrie, that's like 15. If that you put all those on the same sheet, you're gonna win like 30 times your money or something.
I know. I did
but,
too.
the only 3/4 I feel pretty good about are the 2 running backs, like Kerry said. Kenny Gainwell's receiving yards and Isaiah Pacheco's receiving yards are very low right now. I would take those before the line closes. On Prize Picks, we have NFL first half. Brock Purdy, 105.5 first half passing yards. I like that a lot. Pair that with Joe Burrow's half of passing yard. Put all those on an over. That's 4 pieces, 4 plays. That's 10 times your money. Lock that in with Prize Picks.
You know what's pretty surprising too? Last week, we didn't see any. I think Allen finished as leading with yards last week. We didn't see any quarterback with more than 270 passing yards. And I don't think
I'm going to put that in right now.
Nobody was below 200 either.
Right.
All right.
But
I got some picks in just now.
What we got, Zach?
I'm obviously taking that free square on Joe Burrow. Over a half passing yard. I like that. Taking the over on Dallas Goedert. Or no, the under on Dallas Goedert receiving yards, 45.5. He's going up against a good defense. And a really good middle linebacker who can cover the tight end. Couple good safeties as well there. So I think he's going to be less effective in this game. But I am taking the over on A.J. Brown and Brandon Ayuk receiving yards set at 115.5 yards. I think that both those guys are going to have pretty good games. I'm expecting them to clear that pretty easy. Jalen Hurts over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I think he's
interesting.
I think he's going to have 2 touchdowns this game. I think he's going to have 2.
Passing and rushing, or just passing?
Just passing. 2 passing touchdowns.
He only had 22 on the season. I mean, if it's rushing, I'm taking that. But
I think it's a bad move to run the ball next down near the goal line against that San Francisco defense because of their front 7.
Still Jalen Hurts, I don't know. We'll see.
That's just my opinion. I think that they're gonna have better. I think that the scoring plays are gonna come in the red zone off the play action.
There.
Versus straight run plays or quarterback design.
I had someone DM me on Twitter that listens to this show. This has nothing to do with really what we're talking about.
All right, well then shut up and let me finish. I have Jake Elliott over 1.5 field goals made. I think that 49ers defense is going to be able to stop them down near the red zone at least twice. And then I have that Kenneth Gainwell over 6.5 receiving yards, just like Kerry said. I think that's a lock. So those are my picks.
I like it. And again,
for the most money this week.
Again, use our code BeerlyNFL. We'll match you up to $100. And follow us on Twitter at BeerlyBets for betting advice all the time, every day.
Right. Let's get addicted, bro. You can be addicted to a lot of things in this life. Everybody needs a vice. little sports gambling never killed anyone. It probably has, but
Probably has, but
just don't let it kill you. Just
all right, let's head back in time, boys. Let's head back to last weekend. Zach, let's start it off. Everybody listens to this podcast. We know what you're a fan of. What were your thoughts on the Jags-Chiefs game?
I think that the Jaguars should have won that game. I think there were multiple times where we had an opportunity to take the lead and never look back, and we just didn't take those opportunities. But you can look at it in positive light or you can look at it in negative light. I'm generally a negative guy, but today I'm going to choose to be positive. This is a very young team with so much talent on it. And I think that this is going to be a really good team for a lot of years. So I'm excited.
I agree.
Look, it's their division now, honestly. Titans are on the downhill. Texans and Colts aren't there. And, Trevor Lawrence, we went from Trevor Lawrence, people thought he was a bust, and now we get people talking him as a top 5 quarterback.
People, just say you. Just say you.
You said that.
Just say you.
I was a hater of him early in the year. Prove me wrong. I'll admit that. Trevor Lawrence, he's
Trevor's
back.
he goes, people thought he was a bust, but now some people are calling him top 5.
I remember when Trev Scott said that he should not be in Jacksonville and he should find his way out of there.
I thought he was spooked, and I didn't really believe in Doug Peterson like that. But let me say this. The thing that I kind of noticed with their offense is that's kind of where they lost the games, honestly, versus the who did they play the last week? Oh, it was the Titans in that game. It was kind of like the offense kind of got figured out. In the second half, it got figured out after they did their scoring, and then the defense had to go win them the game. It's what we saw against the Chargers too, and then we saw it against KC, and the defense really wasn't able to win them the game. But that was a problem. You need another X factor. You need a little bit more firepower on your offense.
Yeah.
And look, problem solved, kind of. You got Calvin Ridley, which is a huge piece.
And I think that was another thing. I mean, Christian Kirk going down in that game definitely didn't help. Having to play Jamal Agnew as a primary wide receiver, not a primary wide receiver, but having to play him in a position where he has a realistic position to catch a pass is not a good.
Kirk had that drop though, that big drop.
Yeah, it was a drop. Yeah. Well, if you're Chris Collinsworth, Trevor Lawrence overthrew him, but But it was a big drop. It's.
I want to hear from Zach on my point in this, but I think a big thing the Jaguars should look at this season, which they kind of had and they traded him. I think they need an RB2 behind Etienne, a guy that's actually a run-first guy. I think he's a better receiving back. He's not an every down guy. I think they need a veteran RB2 in there that could give them 5 or 6 carries a game, whatever. But a guy that they have as a goal line back that gives, because who's their RB2 right now?
Jermichael Hasty, is that right?
Yeah, I think they can improve on that. Add a guy like Damian Harris to the Patriots, a guy that could get in there on the goal line, just give you another second.
I agree with that. I think that there's definitely some room. I mean, there's a lot of other places we need improvement. I think for right now, I think our offensive line is set. I really like the way that the guys are playing up front. Defensive line, we got to be able to stop the run a little bit better. And then obviously the secondary needs some help as well. I mean, we got some good players back there, but for some reason, we just can't guard certain plays, and it's really frustrating.
Yeah, but for Jags fans, the end of the season was very fun, very hopeful.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We all knew
Jags Twitter is over the moon right now.
We all knew the Jags weren't going to win the Super Bowl this year. They had to fall out at some point. And, it kind of was that lack of firepower. But I think Calvin Ridley could be really good in this offense.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson. So,
and just getting that win helped them a lot.
Yeah. Other side of the football, though, the Chiefs played well. Travis Kelce played outstanding. He's truly an undeniable top 5 player in the league, it seems like. But yeah, he was there with Mahomes being injured, with Mahomes being healthy, with who's their backup who played? It wasn't Henne, was it?
That's the one to give a shout out to. Chad Henne.
Chad
The
Henne.
second time in 3 years. He's never played. 2 years ago, do we remember that big run he had? He
Against
beat
the
Browns,
Browns, right?
won them that game. He did the same. He had that beautiful 97-yard drive. He doesn't play much. He's not good, but when he came in the playoffs, 2 out of 3 years, he's got them the wins. That huge, was it 97-yard drive?
Yeah.
If they didn't score there, that was with Mahomes out, Jags had the momentum. But that huge drive from Henne, just managing the ball, getting that touchdown, that kept them in the game. That won them the game. Without Chad Henne, that was a win for the Jaguars.
Right. He played, as better football than Justin Herbert is. I'm just kidding. But yeah, the Chiefs did Chiefs things. They tremendous home crowd. They were able to win it in front of them. But if Mahomes isn't healthy this week, he's gonna have his hands full. But what was the next game from last week? We gotta.
All right, this is probably the game we'll talk about the least. Eagles absolutely destroying the Giants 38-7. Giants, kind of like the Jaguars, nobody thought they were going to be there, made the playoffs, got a win, but obviously the talent's just not there yet.
Hey, at least we were competitive in our last game.
True. I mean, obviously, Giants just don't have the firepower. They needed some skill players on that team, defense, but they have a lot
the
of
NFC has been a little bit weaker. I mean, obviously, the NFC has been weaker than the AFC this year. I think everyone can acknowledge that. But, even with that being true, I think the Eagles have been the most dominant team in football this year, and I don't think it's even close.
Yeah. I mean,
They've been more dominant all year than Philly.
They fizzled out at the end, last couple games without Hurts, and then that last game he came back. But before that, they were unbeatable.
That was the clip, bro. Go back 10 seconds. You're going to see that on Twitter.
But I just want to – I feel like we'll all agree on this, but do we think the Giants should lock up both Jones and Barkley long-term after this season?
I saw something today. Saquon Barkley, Miami Dolphin.
Really? I did see Daniel Jones make a comment that was like he could look at other options too.
Man, see, I don't blame him. Who's he going to throw to here? They all going to get somebody?
Isaiah Hodgins, though, is a very underrated receiver. He did great second half, but he's not a wide receiver one. But he played amazing.
If I'm as good as Daniel Jones played this year, and he did take a big step up, he finally looked like the Daniel Jones that Kerry has been saying that he would be for the last 3.5 years.
Bro.
Vanilla Vic.
But I'm still not sure if he's a long-term solution in New York. He does. I think there's a couple teams that if he could go to and, have some confidence of the long-term contract that he could do well at. I don't know if... I think you do lock down Saquon because he's finally shown he could be healthy. He's finally shown that he could be the guy that you drafted all those years ago. I think you do lock down Saquon. Not sure about Daniel Jones.
I think Daniel Jones, he's a good quarterback, but, his type of quarterback, he needs a good team around him to win.
Yep.
And I feel like you're going to have to
get in the draft, too, because these quarterbacks are wild cards, dude.
You're going to have to pay him, you can't pay him too much. If he wants an insane amount of money to let him walk, it depends on how much. If I'm paying him, $20 million a year, something like that, but if he wants, 35, 40 mil, something crazy like that, you need to pay the weapons around him if you want a QB like him to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But good season for the Giants. Zach, 1-16 to the second round of the playoffs.
That's why they were my most surprising team this year.
Yeah. Turn around. All right, let's head to our probably most surprising game of the weekend. The Bengals all over the Bills in Buffalo.
I'm not surprised.
You thought it was going to be a 3-score game?
I thought business was going to get handled and business get handled. Look, I didn't think the Bills offense was going to be that disappointing. That was just such a Buffalo Bills season, bro. Just be so good and then just fizzle out right at the end and score 10 points in a, conference semifinal. But I think this is a thought I had over the weekend, and this was so original. I wanted to bring it up to you guys. I didn't even want to put it on Twitter yet because this offense needs another X factor. And I was thinking, you got Diggs out there, you got Josh Allen out there, Knox is. What do you think about the Buffalo Bills bringing in OBJ to complement Stephon Diggs out there.
I like that.
Like Josh Allen.
They talked about that.
I think that needs to get done this season if the Buffalo Bills want to be a real Super Bowl contender. They need to get Odell Beckham Jr. in a Buffalo Bills uniform.
I think there's a couple other holes they have to fill before then.
Especially the O-line. But
O-line definitely one.
You know who
I need a legit RB1.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Singletary. Terry said RB1s don't matter.
I don't care. James Cook, they spent a second-round pick. He promised. I don't think he's going to be an RB1. Do you know who I want them to take? People might not like this if he goes in the first round, but Bijan Robinson from Texas.
He's good.
He's the best running back in that class. If you give Josh Allen a decent running back, that offense is going to get a lot more scary.
Yeah.
He's kind of worth reaching on, too.
I agree.
They might be able to get him at, I don't know what pick they'd be, 26, something like that, but I like that. But Bills they're going to have an interesting offseason. A lot of guys leaving.
I'm interested to see what a lot of teams do this offseason.
I'm really interested to see what happens this weekend. Because
the Josh Allen slander?
I know, bro. It's bad.
Not top 5 anymore?
Honestly, I was kind of enjoying it a little bit. The non-top 5 stuff is, come on, bro. But, a little bit of slander, I get
that.
Let him
he's
have.
not in the conference championship in 3 years that he should have been, but still saying he's not top 5.
And it's not even that, bro. It's just supposed to be the AFC belongs to Mahomes and Allen, and it just Allen, not anymore. He's been elite for 3 years now, but we just haven't seen him produce. But maybe next year.
But it's early
Quarterback stat.
I feel like the Bills.
I agree, but this is a bad way to go out, dude.
I agree. Hey, not a great game.
He was the MVP frontrunner too, and he did not look valuable in this.
But the Bills were not impressive at all this year in the second half.
Yeah,
especially after we saw the game against the Dolphins last week. This is not the same. Remember when we saw Week 1 Thursday Night Football versus the Rams? They absolutely destroyed them first game of the season.
Yeah,
everybody walking up and down the field.
Yeah.
And then
through 4 weeks, Josh Allen was the MVP frontrunner.
Yeah, and I know he had the injury, which people kind of blame on, but they fell off.
And he did too. He fell off as well.
Yeah.
So
I was expecting them to throw out Hamlin just put him on the field, get people hyped up, throw his dead, lifeless body out there.
Right.
Okay.
Gosh.
DeMar Hamlin is alive.
Wait, is he?
Yes, he is.
Do we all agree? Trevor, you're a conspiracy guy. Is he alive?
I'm a big conspiracy guy. I don't know. I haven't dove into this at all. I've seen the stuff on Twitter. On TikTok.
Why can't you show him?
But I don't know.
It's weird.
He's alive.
Yeah.
I hope he's alive.
Why? Okay, so here's my thing. Why would his family be acting all calm, being paraded around the Bills facilities if he was dead?
$150 million.
Yeah.
$250 million.
Yeah,
but I'm just a conspiracy theorist. I don't know.
Hey, if the NFL is corrupt as everything's fixed, you want to mess around with something that powerful?
I don't think the NFL is fixed.
I think it's a joke anyway, but people out there.
I think it's kind of fixed.
This
is a whole conversation. This is a conversation for an off-season episode. This is a conversation for an off-season
theory episode.
There was a few
about the Titanic and shit.
There was a few calls in the Bills game. It's NFL trying to get Bills back in this.
Hey,
by the way, that was not a touchdown to Jamar Chase.
It would have been if it hadn't been in the middle of the field.
I hate that ball. He had the ball. I don't care if it moved a fraction of an inch. That is a touchdown. Enough.
Not a touchdown.
I will say that. That's why we don't need to have these robots put into other sports like basketball and baseball. Because, come on, bro. The refs, they're supposed to miss some calls. They're supposed to call some touchdowns, but it's become very technical now. So
if the ball ends up in his hands and doesn't hit the ground, and he has 2 feet in the end zone, it's a touchdown. I don't care
But
if
Kerry,
it's
they said it would have counted if it happened in the middle of the field, but since it happened out of bounds, that it was not a touchdown, that it was incomplete. So
Yeah.
the Hunter Henry
Why
one.
does that not make sense?
the ball never hit the ground, but the ground caused the ball to move. So, and it's different if it's a live ground or if it's a dead out of bounds ground. So, white people just always making up extra shit.
What do you mean? That'd be like me tipping the ball to myself, catching it out of bounds, and saying it's a catch.
I know, it was just like, it's just back in the days, a catch was a catch was a catch.
Oh my
now
God.
Now it's a formula. Now it's a math problem,
All right, let's finish out our last game.
We're moving forward as a society. So
pretty boring game offensively. A lot of great defense, though. Niners beating the Cowboys 19-12. What are our thoughts?
This is why I think the Eagles will beat the Niners.
Why?
I think the Eagles have a better defense than the Cowboys, and the Niners only put up 19.
I feel like that's the worst the Niners offense is going to get.
Well, it's a bad time to start playing your worst football of the year.
You said that last week about the Bills.
They still won?
No, they lost.
They didn't.
No, the Niners.
Yeah, but the Niners weren't playing their worst football the week before.
A blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then, And plus, it was the Cowboys, bro. Like, it was just a Cowboys.
Your elite quarterback, Dak, a top 5 guy according to you. That
I've never said he was elite on the show. I said he was elite.
Yes, you have multiple times.
On Twitter, I said he was elite, and I troll on Twitter.
He's elite multiple times. You've called him a top 7 quarterback,
which I believe he can be, and he sometimes is.
He never will be.
No, because last week, Kerry, you were like, "Oh, Dak looked great. Dak looked top 5. He looked elite."
Because he's Jekyll and Hyde. He's the most Jekyll and Hyde quarterback in the NFL. One week he'll throw 4 touchdowns.
I like that, Kerry. I like that reference.
I don't know what that means at all.
Like, do we remember the last game of the season, Commanders?
Think Bruce Banner and Hawk, Trevor.
He was horrible his last game of the season. He's great last week. He's horrible this week. He's just like, you never know which Dak you're going to get.
That made me more confused. I know, which is why sometimes he plays top 7, and sometimes he plays
an insane team
7
around.
plus 7 plus 7. So,
Here's a question. Dak has a huge contract, but this is Jerry Jones. If Aaron Rodgers said, "I want to play for the Cowboys next season," is that out of the question? Or Tom Brady.
You would need Jerry Jones to sit down with a
Skip would orgasm if Tom Brady went to the Cowboys next year.
Yeah.
Right. And just like with a glass of whiskey and just think about it for like 30 minutes. Whatever your heart's telling you after that, Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, do it.
If you're the Packers, are you trading Aaron Rodgers for Dak Prescott?
Oh, absolutely, bro. Come on. Well, I'm a Dak fan.
I think so.
Supposedly, they said today that they won't trade him out. They'll only trade him to the AFC. But
that man is a Miami Dolphin. He's going to sit the bench behind Tua.
He's a New York Jet, bud. Your ultimate Madden team.
No, put him. Oh, dude, give me them on Madden. The Jets with Aaron Rodgers. Come on. No, I want Lamar to go there. Lamar's a Raven, though. Fucking
sadly. All right. Any other thoughts on the games this past weekend?
What was the last game? Oh, the Niners?
Niners Cowboys?
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Is it time for rapid fire?
Time for rapid fire.
Rapid fire!
If it blows. All right. What team will Tom Brady be playing for next season?
Who?
That old guy.
Cares.
That kisses the kids.
That's my answer. Who cares?
This is his own kids.
Retire, old man. You're washed. You're a washed-up check-down merchant. You always have been.
Like Justin Herbert.
Cook, bro. Do I have to give like I guess I do. It's an NFL show.
I'm going to the Raiders.
You know what? San Fran, 49ers, Brock Purdy. Suck a dick. I'm just kidding. Brock Purdy, get back to the bench, Brody.
I don't get...
Brock Purdy is going to be shining Tom Brady's shoes next year.
I would take Lance over Brady if I'm the Niners. I'd go with the young guys.
Why, bro? Okay.
How much money is Nick Bosa going to get paid? Do you think they're going
Kerry,
to?
you asked me a question and then I answered it rapidly, and now you're mad at me.
I'm always mad at you. All right, is Travis Kelce already the greatest tight end of all time?
No. Best, maybe. Greatest? No. Robert.
Not yet, but I think he could be.
Robert.
As a receiver, I feel like Kelsey's already better, but due to Gronk's blocking.
And Gronk was just, I mean, Kelsey's been great in the playoffs too, seriously. But Gronk was just, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Beat playoffs, unguardable. Honestly, there was one year in the NFL where I had him as ranked as my number one player in the NFL. And I've never had a tight end as a number one NFL player. So, shout out to Gronk.
All right. True or false, these are the top 4 QBs in the NFL right now. Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Hurts.
Yep, true.
Yeah.
True. Who'd you guys put at 5 right now? That's the harder one.
Tua. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. It's not very rapid, bro. That's not a rapid fire question.
Might be Herbert, sadly.
No, yeah, okay. All right. No.
Lawrence? Possibly? Lamar? I don't know. All right, who's the better quarterback, Dak or Kirk Cousins?
Kirk.
Rain, Dakota Prescott.
Has Josh Allen peaked as a quarterback?
No. He's got to win an MVP, bro.
Describe Jamar Chase in one word.
Explosive.
Fast.
What time is Justin Jefferson's game today?
All one word, no spaces?
Yeah, just combined.
What time is Jamar's Chase game today?
Or this week, you know. Unless you're listening to this on Sunday, then today.
True or false, the Bengals have the best wide receiver trio in the NFL?
Yeah, that's a fact.
I think so.
True. I think Philly's close, but their wide receiver 3 is a fall off.
Yeah.
Same with Miami.
Yeah.
Cedric Wilson, not great. All right, Trevor Lawrence is a top blank quarterback in the NFL right now. I don't know if we said this earlier, but
I have him at 7.
I'm going to say like 8, 9.
I'm going to say 9.
I think he could definitely be top 5 next year, though.
I'm going to say 9, 10. But yeah, next year, yeah, should be comfortable in the top 10 next year.
Name a duo better than Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. I'll go first. Trevor and Weed.
I don't do that stuff.
I never said football.
That just blanked my mind. A duo better than Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes.
Zach?
Me and Kerry when it comes to quarterbacks.
Yes.
Man.
Never lost.
Better duo. Yeah, I'm just going to say me and my future wife.
I was going to say me and my fiance, but I didn't want to get cheesy. Plus,
Okay,
I didn't
she
want to make
doesn't
Kerry
listen,
depressed. All right.
Yeah, poor guy.
Start one, bench one, cut one. At their peak, whatever. Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees.
At their peak?
Yeah.
I'm going to go, oh, man. I'm going to go 48-5 Aaron Rodgers. I really want to go Super Bowl Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to go Super Bowl Patrick Mahomes. F it. Start Super
Against
Bowl
the
Patrick
Bucks?
Mahomes. No, the one before that, the one that he won. Bench 48-5 MVP Aaron Rodgers, and then cut, the short guy.
Is this who would I rather have, or who do I think is a better quarterback?
It's start one, bench one, cut one, Zach.
So it's who would I rather have? So I'd probably go Mahomes, Rodgers, Breeze as well.
I don't know, 55,000 5,500 passing yards, 46 TD Breeze.
Nah, bro.
I am cutting Mahomes.
Ew.
Whoa.
This is today's NFL. I am benching Breeze and starting Rodgers.
Okay.
All right, what is the worst moment in the history of your favorite team? Mine is obviously the David Tyree catch.
Looking back, it could have been so much worse because the Bucs franchise has been through so much worse. But like being just such a diehard Gators fan, like my NFL team drafting the Florida State quarterback that just beat my team.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go with the Jameis Winston pick as well, because I actually left the Bucs because they drafted Jameis Winston.
But what would you say as a Jags fan, though?
As a Jags fan, so I've only been a Jags fan since the Bucs drafted Jameis Winston.
Blake Bortles.
Anything before that doesn't really matter.
Urban Meyer. Or you guys hear?
Urban Meyer. What am I even talking about? It's Urban Meyer.
All right, who is the best wide receiver left in the playoffs? And this is as of before last weekend. So CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs. Best wide receiver left in the playoffs as of last week. So
I'd probably go Jamar Chase.
Lamb, Brown, Diggs, Chase.
Man.
I'd probably go Jamar Chase or A.J. Brown.
It's Diggs.
Oh, is it?
Chase is second.
Not Diggs.
I'm taking Diggs. All right. No, I'm taking Chase than Diggs. All right, name a random kicker.
Jake Elliott.
Billy Cundiff.
A random kicker.
Actually, Riley Patterson.
Ooh, Eddie Pinheiro.
Describe Andy Reid as a head coach in one word.
Hire more fat coaches.
All
one word, no spaces.
I'm gonna just say he's I'm gonna say chubby.
All right, is Jalen Hurts an elite quarterback? I'm gonna say not yet, but he could be.
I'm gonna say yeah.
He's won one playoff game in his life. Does that mean you're elite?
I'm gonna say barely. I'm gonna say barely because wins aren't a quarterback stat. Kerry.
His legacy isn't elite, but he's elite right now. Harold.
I'm gonna say barely elite.
All right, rank the NFC quarterbacks left in the playoffs as of last week. Brock Purdy, Daniel Jones, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts. And this is our final question.
All right, so we got Jalen Hurts first, Dak Prescott second, Daniel Jones third, and Brock Purdy fourth.
Y'all are going to hate what I'm about to say. I'm going to go Jalen first.
There we go.
I'm going to go Daniel Jones at 2. I'm going to go Brock Purdy at 3.
Oh, that's great.
And rank Dakota Prescott at 4.
Zach, tonight. I'll go Hurts at 1. I'm going to go Purdy at 2, Daniel Jones at 3, and Dak Choker Prescott at 4.
All right.
That was our final rapid fire question. Again, follow us on Twitter at Beerly Football. Get all these questions before we answer them on the show, and then we'll answer them next week. That's it for me, boys.
That's all we have for tonight's show. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast or watching it on YouTube. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, anywhere you get your podcasts. And if you're listening to this, check us out. You can see our faces and stuff on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and also ring the bell so you are notified anytime we post a video on the page. You can follow me on Twitter at BeerlyZach. I tweet about sports and will occasionally post my bets. Sometimes I like to keep it on the down low because, can't let everyone in. I don't want to ruin Prize Picks' business model. If everyone's getting the correct picks from me, then they go out of business and we no longer have a brand affiliation with them.
The guy you should listen to on bets is this guy because he's a psychopath. Trevor, what was your thing you did with McCaffrey? Because this guy knows how to beat the system. If anyone's still listening, you gotta help. No, you gotta help him.
I don't think you can't. I'll tell you why later, but you can't. But I don't prefer the term psychopath. I just prefer the term intelligent.
So you want to expand on it?
I can't because it's not real.
All right. Whatever. All right. Follow me on Twitter at BeerlyCerry. Follow all our other Twitter accounts at Beerly Baseball. Check out their podcast, I guess. At Twitter on Beerly Hockey. Check out their podcast. Again, us at Beerly Football, and on YouTube at Beerly Sports, and our main Twitter at Beerly Sports, and then Trevor's Beerly Hoops. Follow me at Beerly Kerry for great takes 24/7, 365, and on Instagram at Beerly Sports. And also check out our spring, whatever Zach knows what it is, our merchandise. It's in our link tree. Teespring. It's in our link tree on all our social media accounts.
And it's in the description down below.
Exactly. Get a shirt, get something. Trev, you got anything?
Nah, man. I'm about to get on some dating apps. You know, it's a Tuesday night. So I'm about to download some dating apps. I'm about to get out of here. But
he talked about his future wife, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching the show. We'll see you guys next week.